Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 3 of the WBE. This week we have Jack from NerdOut with the 8THHAWLUCHAS versus Randolph and the London Bisharp. Okay, hopping into game 1, I was really torn on what lead to choose. Originally, I was going to lead NDD and Clawitzer, predicting the Slowbro, Volcarona, Trick Room lead. However, I decided to play it safe and go Virizion and Sneasel. This way I know I can do big damage to anything on the field. With Clawitzer and Steelix in the back, they're both doing huge damage late game. Okay, hopping into game 1, he does in fact go for that Volcarona and Slowbro lead, and I was kicking myself. If I led Clawitzer and NDD, I knew I had this in the bag. So here, I knew I couldn't beat up because the Rage Powder was coming from the Volcarona. So I switched in Clawitzer as he's got safety goggles, and I really don't want to be playing against this Slowbro in Trick Room. My priority is to get rid of this Slowbro. Next, we see my Virizion Dynamax. Rage Powder is not going to affect the Virizion, so I'm free to attack the Slowbro. Then we do see the Rage Powder from the Volcarona as expected, and the Slowbro reveals the Rindo Berry. I was prepared for the Rindo Berry, but I thought it was good to get some chip damage off on the Slowbro as soon as I could. I am setting grassy terrain, and my Clawitzer is running Terrain Pulse, so I now have a massive grass attack. Finally, we see Slowbro do what Slowbro does best. It uses Trick Room and makes slow Pokemon fast and fast Pokemon slow. So at the beginning of turn 2, the Slowbro reveals Side Shock. I wasn't prepped for Side Shock at all. I was expecting the Expanding Force. That's why I'm running Assault Vest. I was expecting him to take advantage of my Psychic Terrain, but he shows the Side Shock. It does a good chunk of damage to me, but I do get off the Terrain Pulse, which is just a nuclear bomb, and obliterate the Slowbro. I also reveal the Max Rockfall on the Volcarona. I was actually expecting the Charty Berry or the Focus Sash, but luckily for me, it's just a clean one-hit KO. We also get some huge information that my Virizion is slower than the Volcarona, which means I'm very comfortable playing in Trick Room. So Randolph sends out his last 2 Pokemon, which are Thwackey and Marowak. Marowak in Trick Room is absolutely terrifying. The Marowak Dynamaxes, but I am feeling pretty comfortable because I know I've got Max Overgrowth and I know I've got that Terrain Pulse. However, what I wasn't expecting was the Max Flare from the Marowak. A bit of under preparation from me, but this really shook me. It really shook me. But with Terrain Pulse, I was still feeling pretty confident that I could win this. I did also notice here that the Thwackey didn't go for Fake Out, which led me to believe it was either banded or wasn't running it. We get off the Terrain Pulse, and that does some humongous damage to a Dynamax Marowak. And then Thwackey reveals its Wood Hammer, one-shot in my Clawitzer, taking a massive amount of recoil. It's also revealed it's faster than my Clawitzer, so I'm even more comfortable playing in Trick Room. So I send out my last 2 Pokemon, Sneasel and Steelix. I know Steelix can't get one-shot because it's sturdy, and it will outspeed everything on the field right now. And I know Triple Axle will kill Thwackey if Thwackey chooses to go for my Steelix as well. So no matter what, I can make this a winnable situation. Here I go for the Iron Head, hoping and praying it's enough to kill the Marowak, and it does. I know Steelix is going to win Thwackey one-on-one. And if he chose to double up on my Steelix here, Sneasel's going to kill Thwackey anyway. Goes for the Wood Hammer again into the Sneasel, one-shot in the Sneasel, and takes massive recoil onto the Thwackey again. Leaves us 1v1 Thwackey versus Steelix. In the final turn of the battle, Steelix goes for Iron Head into Thwackey. He doesn't do quite enough to kill it, but the Thwackey goes for the Wood Hammer, does over 50% damage to the Steelix, but takes that recoil and ends up fainting. Game 1 goes to the 8THHAWLUCHAS, baby! Going into game 2, I really didn't know what to bring here. I knew my Steelix walled his Hatterene, so I didn't think he was bringing Hatterene. I thought he might bring Dragapult instead of Thwackey, so I chose to go Colossal to outspeed it. Hopping into game 2, and he leads Slowbro and Volcarona, exactly what I was hoping for. I lead Clawitzer and NDD. I got the safety goggles on the Clawitzer, so hopefully that catches him off guard. Turn 1 goes exactly as planned. I got the Helping Hand on the NDD into Clawitzer. I know that Dark Pulse is a roll to kill Slowbro if I don't have the Helping Hand, but with Helping Hand it's a 100% chance. The Rage Powder comes out from the Volcarona, and then I use the Dark Pulse and one-shot the Slowbro. No Trick Room for you this turn. He sends out the Hatterene. I did not expect this, and then I automatically was like, I'm in trouble. Turn 2 is a repeat of turn 1. I use the Helping Hand into Clawitzer. The Volcarona goes for the Rage Powder to grab my attention, and this time I use Terrain Pulse into Volcarona. In hindsight, I should have probably targeted the Hatterene here. but I didn't think he would run Trick Room on 2 Pokemon, but how wrong I was. He gets the Trick Room with Hatterene, and I know I don't have Steelix in the back. I am not looking in a good place here. Sends out his last Pokemon being Marowak, and Marowak Dynamax in Trick Room is just a huge problem for me. As expected, he Dynamaxes his Marowak, and I pretty know I've lost this game at this point. I just gotta hope he predicts I've got Steelix in the bag, and he misplays. After him one-shotting Virizion with Max Flare last game, I decide to Dynamax my Clawitzer. The Indeedee uses Follow Me to bait whatever Max move he's going to use, and he reveals the Dazzling Gleam, doing quite a nice amount of damage to my Clawitzer. He then reveals the Max Lightning from the Marowak, and oh my god, he came very well prepared. I didn't expect the Max Flare or the Max Lightning. Marowak is a scary Pokemon. I used the Max Darkness here. In hindsight, yet again, probably should have gone for Hatterene, dropped the special defense of both Pokemon. A few misplays from me this game. I send out Colossal and I use Protect. I'm hoping he's going to use Max Quake onto the Colossal, activated in my weakness policy. He shows the Psyshock on the Hatterene as well, meaning my Assault Vest is once again useless on the Virizion, and he just Max Lightnings into my Clawitzer. Good plays from Randolph here. Send out my last Pokemon, Virizion. He goes for the Psyshock. I'm hoping I can somehow live it. Unfortunately, I don't. He one-shots my Virizion. And then I'm left with Colossal facing down this Marowak. Marowak goes for the Max Quake. 4 times super effective. No way I'm living it. GG's Randolph. It's 1 apiece. Going into game 3, I'm trying not to be predictable. I go for a Clawitzer and Colossal lead. I know I have to bring Steelix in the back this time. That's what lost me the last game. And then Virizion is doing big damage too. Okay, game 3 with everything on the line. He leads Volcarona and Slowbro again. And I got a Clawitzer and Colossal lead. I'm a bit worried at this point, because I know my Dark Pulse is a roll whether it kills the Slowbro or not. But I know the Volcarona isn't Charty Berry or Focus Sash, so I can one-shot it with a Volcalift. And even if I don't kill the Slowbro, the Volcalift damage will pick up the kill, which means he will get Trick Room up, but I just don't activate Steam Engine on my Colossal. Right, so I do that turn 1 G-Max. I want to get the Volcalift off as soon as possible, because I know that chip damage can help me out so much later in the game. And we actually see the Bug Buzz from the Volcarona. I was a bit worried about the Giga Drain because that could one-shot my Clawitzer. However, I knew that Bug Buzz or Heat Wave would be fine. I get the Volcalift off, one-shot the Volcarona, and get up the Rock's damage. Here comes the Dark Pulse, and I get the KO! But it turns out it was a critical hit. There is a good chance of flinch with the Dark Pulse as well, and in most circumstances it is a roll for it to be a one-shot or not. However, it turns out we did compare stats after the match. I could only do 99% damage to the Slowbro. The crit did matter. He sends out his last 2 Pokemon, revealing Marowak and Hatterene. I'm feeling very confident in this situation, as I've got Steelix and Virizion in the back, and they deal with these 2 Pokemon beautifully. I would recommend checking out the live version of this in the description, because this game is hilarious. If you want to see the Infinity Gauntlet come out, make sure you click the link in the description below. The same as the other games, we see the Marowak Dynamax. Not in Trick Room this time, so I'm not as scared, and I'm pretty confident I can deal with it. Here, I Aqua Jet my own Colossal, giving it +6 speed, activating the weakness policy, giving it +2 attack, +2 special attack, making it an absolutely monster to go against. I hit it with a Max Overgrowth +2, very confident it's gonna kill, and then boom! I'm stopped right in my tracks and I feel really awkward. This could be a problem, especially if he gets up the Trick Room with Hatterene. Marowak uses Max Quake, picking up even more kills. I feel like I just made a major mistake. His special defense gets a boost. However, that Volcalift is still on the field. He's still going to take some damage. And the Hatterene gets off the Trick Room. I send out the Steelix. I know he's going to outspeed the Marowak, and there's nothing that the Hatterene can really do to me. And this play right here decides the game. The Marowak goes for the Max Guard. We see the Dazzling Gleam from the Hatterene taking out the Clawitzer. And I chose to use the Iron Head onto the Hatterene. Doesn't quite kill, but the Volcalift damage will pick up the kill. And more Volcalift damage on the Marowak will hopefully put it in range of Iron Head. However, I do have Virizion in the back. He can't kill both the same turn. I got this game in the bag. In the final turn of the battle, I used the Iron Head on the Marowak. Doesn't do quite enough to kill it. Marowak picks up another kill. And the Virizion goes for the Leaf Blade, picking up the kill on the Marowak. The game 3 goes to me. Yo, GG's to Randolph, man. These were very, very intense games. This was definitely the best battle I've had of the entire league so far. Make sure you check him out in the description below. Very entertaining content. He uploads daily Pokemon content over there, so go check him out. If you are enjoying these, make sure you check out the live version in the description below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe with notifications on if you're new. and we'll see you next time. Peace.